Hey guys, we are on the water fast day 3 right now. Are you with me? Are you with me? If you're not with me, can you just start? Can you drop your snacky snacks and start right now? I don't care if you put something in your mouth, just start, okay? Now, 3 days ago, my brain was entirely different, and right now, 3 days into my water fast, I remember how I did my entire YouTube channel based on this energy. Okay, it is crazy. I was just talking to somebody right before I popped on to this YouTube video that I'm making here, right before I also popped onto our group call, and she was telling me I feel hopeless, I feel, lethargic, I feel lazy, I feel unproductive, I don't know how to get myself out of it. Now, that is a very hard place to drag yourself out of that. I've been there before a million times, very hard. But it's crazy because a lot of the time, that feeling that we have if we're depressed or unproductive or lazy or ADHD or all these things are adding ourselves, remember, it's literally in your gut. It's like we forget this. We forget why we're fasting. Why are we fasting? Okay? There's 2 messages I'm going to talk about today. Number 1 is why we are fasting, and number 2 is how good we feel when we are fasting. So if you have not decided why you want to fast, if you have not written it out and made it clear and concise and concrete and written down, why do I want to fast? Don't even bother trying right now. Don't even get into it. Don't even do a day 1. Don't even bother. You need to go sit down and do the mental work before you do the physical work. So go sit down, pause the video, get a piece of paper, write down 30 reasons why. Now, I've done this exercise with so many people that I've worked with one-on-one before, and they'll give me like 5 reasons. Go back to the drawing board. I need 30 reasons. If you do not have 30 reasons why you want to do this, you need to dig deeper. Because if you don't want it bad enough, you're not going to get the results and you will not be able to fast. Okay, as simple as that. I've had trouble many times getting started. Many times getting started. But as soon as you define your whys clearly, you remember why you're doing this and it works. Because your brain is in gear and you know why you're doing this. So 30 reasons why. If you want to, write it in the comments. You can put 1 to 30 and sit there on your laptop and write down all 30 reasons. I am fine with that. Whatever you have to do, do it. Put it in the comments down below. Your 30 reasons why you want to do this. Number them. Put them in the comments. Okay, let's go. Okay, number 2, if you're feeling out of control, lethargic, lazy, it's not all your fault. The food that we eat is full of shit, okay? It's full of actual crap. It's actually full of shit. Therefore, your body is full of shit, and that's okay. Because things happen, and we're not perfect. As much as a lot of us try to live this low-tox lifestyle, there are still so many crap foods that are around us. And, to the point where even if you go to the store and you get some spinach, it is like the spinach is sealed with some gas when they do the sealing process to put them in the bags. When they bag it, there's some like weird gases they put in there, which has crappy chemicals in them. So it's hard to escape these things one way or another. But it is not fully your fault if you feel like crap and you're not able to get out of it. The number 2 things, the 2 things I would tell everybody to do is sit down, write down your whys. And your whys will at least get you to day 1, 2, or 3, and you will at least feel a little sense of success, right? I'm on day 3 right now, and I feel like a completely different person than I was 3 days ago. 3 weeks ago, I was doing a really good job as well. But 3 days ago, before actually saying, okay, you know what, that's it, enough is enough, I'm going to jump into an extended water fast. And I'll give you guys all my excuses why I didn't after that. But you have to just jump into it. And remember, it is not all your fault. That food that you're eating, the crappy ones, it is sitting in your gut. It is the one causing ADHD. It is the one causing your stress and your depression, all of these feelings. It is not fully your fault, but you need to know why you're doing this in order to be able to give you enough momentum to get to day 3. Once you get to day 3, it will carry you forward from there, but you still refer to your whys, okay? All this junk, all this like poison, toxic chemicals, they are in our food. Okay, I'm on day 3 only. It's only day 3. I thought at this point, this was the point where it's going to start to get hard and I wouldn't be able to continue. But I wrote down my whys a few days ago and I am so not hungry. Yes, there are moments throughout the day where I'm like, oh man, I would like to eat those little snacky snacks that I'm giving the baby, or I want to take a bite of her food. Especially babies, or toddlers, they don't finish all their food, so you kind of just like, one for you, one for me. But you know, that's not how we live this life, especially if you're doing any sort of OMAD or anything. So if you have toddlers out there, I feel you, I understand. Or if you're feeding your kids and stuff and you just want to nibble on their food, just don't do it. It's not worth it. Let them eat their food. They need it to grow, okay? So, you know, I'm 3 days in right now, and now I remember how my YouTube channel started, because this energy, I didn't think that 3 days into a fast, I would find the energy that I found that like years ago when I was doing the fasting YouTube. I didn't think that my gut health could heal in 3 days, and I think it did. I really, truly think it did, because suddenly I feel less messy. I feel like organizing. I feel more productive. I jump out of bed in the mornings. All these things, maybe 3 days ago, I was more tired, making more excuses. Oh my gosh, the baby's waking up, or I'm tired of chasing her, things like that. But 3 days into the water fast, which is right now, suddenly I'm a go, 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 go. Tidying, cleaning, no more ADHD. Boof, it just disappeared, right? I don't know what's going on. But yes, it's because our gut health is fixing itself. This crap sits in our body and ruining our microbiome for like years and years and years, or months and months and months, but we can fix it. But in order to fix it, you need to know why you are fixing it. One of the major reasons I'm fasting this time is because I feel like sometimes you get in that vortex of, you feel like lethargic, exactly like the person I was telling you guys I was talking to before this video. When you feel like hopeless and depressed and lethargic, and you're just like, why am I so lazy? Why can't I stop being lazy? Because when you eat food, you get lethargic. When you eat too much, you get lazy. It's just a fact, right? We've used this example many times. If you guys have ever worked in an office or whatever, if you've gone for like an office lunch or something, and you go somewhere like all you can eat sushi at 12 o'clock with your colleagues, then after that, good luck working for the rest of the day. You're going to pass out in a sushi coma, right? Or think of any time if you go to eat too early throughout the day, your whole day is finished. Okay, Thanksgiving's coming up. Here's a perfect example. Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner. When you eat that meal, everybody passes out and takes a nap after. Your body literally is like overloaded with carbs, and turkey apparently makes you super sleepy too. That's like a fact that everybody knows about now. If you didn't, look it up. I have to go brush up on my facts though. So it's crazy. You just get lethargic. So imagine if you're not doing OMAD, especially, and OMAD, for those of you guys who are new, is 1 meal a day, intermittent fasting, where you only have one meal and then you wait 24 hours and then you have your next meal. So if you're not doing that, then you're eating too many times a day, and you're spiking your insulin too many times a day, and you're just making yourself tired too many times a day. I don't even know. Like, there's this whole breatharian culture where they don't even eat at all. At what point do we know if we even need to eat? Like, what? I don't know. I haven't ever gone more than 30 days, so I don't know past that. But seems to be some truth in it, that you function at your peak performance while you are fasting. It's been months since I felt this good, okay? Today I woke up, I did my cycling workout, it was good. We are on day 3 of the fast today. I'm not feeling tempted. I'm feeling extremely ranty and extremely motivated, and I know that my rants start when I'm motivated like this, when I'm productive like this, when I'm water fasting. Now, I told you guys I would give you guys some excuses about why I was making excuses and not jumping into extended water fasting. So one of the reasons is because now the baby is 16 months old. Before that, obviously, I was pregnant, wasn't fasting. Now, I don't want to influence anybody and tell anybody that they should do any fasting during breastfeeding, okay? Because especially when you're breastfeeding a newborn, you need to give them all your attention. If you choose to breastfeed, obviously, you need to give them all your attention, and they come first at that point. So I didn't want to be fasting and have that affecting my milk supply and having that affecting my newborn, right? That was last year. So I never did any fasting. At some point, I tried to do OMAD a little bit, and even OMAD somehow was affecting my milk supply. So I was like shutting that down right away, even though I've been doing OMAD for the past year. But a lot of the times I would have like an extra little something and then have my second meal during the early phases of breastfeeding. Now, the baby is 16 months old. She's a toddler now. I am still breastfeeding, and the truth is, like, the breastfeeding that I'm doing now is pretty much purely for me. right? Purely for the bond that I feel with her. It's purely for us together. Nutritionally, she eats really well. I know sometimes I said yesterday that she doesn't eat well and she struggles with that, but that's more like toddlers just don't like to eat in general. So they like to run around and play all the time. So that's a whole different thing. But you know what? Today she was eating really well. So that made me very happy. But it's like the breastfeeding is more for me, and it is not an excuse anymore because she doesn't derive any of her nutrition. Okay, not all of her nutrition from it. She drinks whole milk. She does her eating. She eats many meals throughout the day. She takes her supplements, her vitamin 3. She takes her cod liver oil that I give her. So it's not really about the nutrition that she gets from the breastfeeding. It's more just our bond. And one of the excuses that I had is that I didn't want to disrupt her sleeping because I still nurse her to sleep. So I didn't want to disrupt that. Therefore, I didn't want to deal with the milk supply issues of fasting. But you know what? Right now, I'm on day 3 of breastfeeding. I'm on day 3 of water fasting, and I'm breastfeeding a 16-month-old, and there's actually plenty of milk there. So that's not my excuse anymore, and that's been gone and dealt with. So that's all I got to say about that. That was one of my major excuses that was holding me back from that. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, a few things that you have to remember from this video. Number 1, write down your whys. Number 2, jump into it. But you have to have your whys that are very solid. Don't blame yourself if you're lethargic. But 3 days into the fast, you will feel good. Your skin will feel good. Your mind will feel good. You will feel productive. You will feel sharp. You will feel your energy coming back. Okay, we have 55 days until 2023 to get our energy back. This feels good. If you don't fast and you eat the wrong foods, you will not feel good. Now, that being said, I'm 16 months into postpartum, and I'm officially down 90 pounds. I had gained like 100 pounds during pregnancy, which was absolutely unbelievable. I don't know how I did that, but it was like in the midst, and I don't want to use excuses, but I'm going to use more excuses here. But it was in the midst of like getting pregnant right around the pandemic time when all of Canada went insane and there were these ridiculous lockdowns, and maybe the whole world was fine, but Canada was like far, far, far behind, and we were just, suffering very badly with all the crappy rules. Okay, so anyway, that was really hard, and a lot of stress was going on in that period. And obviously when you're stressed, a coping mechanism is eating. And I always said going into the pregnancy, I said, I'm not going to eat for 2, but I ate for 10. Whoop-de-doo. So we made a mistake there. So I'm going to try in the next time to make better choices if that happens again. So those were my excuses. Now, if you're watching this and you're eating something, don't worry about it. Drop it and just start right now, okay? Like I said, don't even bother starting without writing down your whys. If you don't know why you're doing this, it's not going to work. Again, find good reasons. Fixing your gut health. Are you feeling depressed? Do you want to pull yourself out of the depression? Write it down. That's a huge, amazing reason to be doing this, okay? Write it down. You want to fix your gut health. If you feel ADHD and messy and unorganized and all over the place and lazy and sloppy and unproductive, you can do water fasting to help you with those things because it will correct the junk in your microbiome. It will correct the junk in your gut, and it will fix your gut health, okay? So let's do it for the gut health. Let's do it for the energy. Let's do it to remove depression, remove feelings of hopelessness, remove the laziness, remove the unproductiveness. I promise you, 3 days in, I'm only 3 days in, and I'm going strong right now. And I wish I had started sooner and hadn't given myself excuses for this long period. But again, the breastfeeding thing was a huge excuse for me. But at the same time, up until a year, it was very important to me. And now we're still breastfeeding, but luckily it's not affecting it. And it's not for nutrition. Again, it's just for bonding because I'm a Cancer and I love to bond with my child. And that is how I feel like I am bonding, and that is a personal decision of mine. But we're lucky and we're doing day 3 of water fasting, and it's not being affected, and she's eating super well this week. So that's all my notes that I have for you today. I'm going to repeat it one more time. Write your whys down, 30 of them. Not 1, not 2, not 3. I want 30 reasons why you want to fast and get this done. If you don't have anywhere to put it in the link down below. Not in the link down below. Put it in the comments. Write down 30 reasons why you want to do this. And number 2, forgive yourself to a sense. Just get it done. But just remember that in a few days from now, if you actually commit to your WHYS and you commit to your water fasting, you'll be able to get this done and you will feel so much better in 3 days. So just get it 3 days. Give it 3 days and let's get it done, okay? I'll see you guys later. That's my water fasting rant, day 3 of November 2022. If you guys hear the baby right now, I gotta go, and my husband's probably gonna pick her up, but I think maybe he fell asleep. So I'll see you guys later. I love you guys. Let's do this. Stop making excuses. 55 days until 2022. Bye. Mwah.